What's going on, everyone? We've got some more awesome spoilers to discuss today. So first up, we have a black spell card that's going to be a common in Rally to War, and it costs 2 to play, and as part of the cost to play the spell, you have to siphon 1. So I believe this is the first spell that we've seen where siphoning is a cost. All the other times we've seen siphon, it's been part of a creature's cost. But yeah, you have to siphon 1 to play this card. And the effect is your opponent discards a card at random. So, your opponent, if you play this first turn, your opponent goes -1, and they'd only be starting with 5 cards in their hand. So I do kind of like how it sets your opponent back. And it also has a Fort Burst effect, which is play this card without paying the cost. So, I do really like that. It specifies that siphoning is part of the cost, so you will not have to siphon if this is played as a Fort Burst. So, this is a really awesome card, and really excited to see it be used. Not against me, of course, but see me use it. Next up, we have another spell called Displacer. It's a 2-cost blue spell. It is also common from Rally to War, and its effect is choose 2 opposing creatures and exchange their positions. So, this almost reminds me of something going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now with the Link summoning. But, yeah, this will let you swap one creature at a fort with another creature at a different fort to essentially let you go in and attack. Or, well, yeah, that would be the only use for it because it's not a Fort Burst, so you can't use it on your opponent's turn. But I do think this is a pretty interesting spell, and really excited to see what it can do. Then it also has another effect, which is if you have a blue 1, you may draw a card. So, chances of that happening aren't very high, and it doesn't really... I don't think that's worth it. I mean, it's essentially a free card, but I feel like for something that's so hard to hit, it should have had a better effect. But moving on to the next one, we've got Expedition Merfolk. So she's a 1-drop with 0 attack and 1 endurance. So she cannot attack. She can only block. And since she only has 1 attack, if she does block, she's probably going to die. So she's a common in Rally to War. And her effect is when this creature is destroyed, you may choose a creature and rest it. So, I do really like this card. It's essentially just like the Keeper in the sense that it blocks and then you get to rest another creature. And because your opponent's using 1 to attack and then the second one is getting rested by this card, they're essentially paying 2 creatures as attacks in order to get to this fort. But then it's also got a Drag Across Green ability, which is when this creature is destroyed, put this card into your resource zone. So I love that effect. I think that's really awesome. I mean, it lets you go essentially +1 in your resources, and you also get to make your opponent go -1, and it just really swings the game in your favor, I think. So this is one of my favorite cards. I was really looking forward to seeing what this was. It's one of my favorite artworks. As well, Despair is also one of my favorite artworks, and then all of them happen to be the same video. Explosive Counter is my other favorite artwork. So, I don't know how it happened that they all lined up together, but they did. But anyways, Explosive Counter is an ambush, so you can't play it from your hand. You have to pay the 2 costs to set it in front of a fort. But then its effect is when this fort is attacked, if this card is an ambush, you may have all of your creatures get +5/+0 for this turn. So you could essentially turn your goblin into a 6/1, and then if your opponent decides to continue the attack, they're probably going to lose all of their creatures because you're going +5. So I do see a lot of potential for this card. However, I'm not sure how much use it's going to get. I mean, it might be a 2-of. It is pretty decent. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these cards down below. And as I've said in the previous videos, all of these pictures have been coming from Dragoborne. Make sure to go ahead and check them out. And links to the Facebook pages, or links to the Facebook page will be down below as well as the link to my Twitter if you feel like following me there. So, as always, thanks for watching.